Well, hello, everybody. We're GFBS. We're Grand Forks' best source, giving Grand Forks an identity again. Your show today is brought to you by Raptor PCS and their big Memorial Day giveaway. Here's what you need to do if you'd like to win a $75 certificate in the service department at Raptor PCS. Email us, local@gfbestsource.com, or text us, 701-213-0863. Tell us what you're digging about the show here right around Memorial Day. We'll draw a name. You could win that certificate. Raptor PCS, providing a full range of computer services at affordable rates. Everything from computer builds to virus removal, data recovery, transfers. They do it all. It'll be fixed right. Most cases, you'll have your computer back the following day, too. And Raptor PCS will also come to your house. If you're afraid to go out and about, if you're in quarantine, give them a call to find out more. They'll come and pick up your computer for you and get her all fixed up. Also mention GFBS, you're going to get a little bit of a break there, too, on your deal, all right? Call them up, 701-772-7626. Time now for our daily segment called Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. And here's your joke of the day. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. How do you know when a dirt fan is watching a Formula One race? How do you know when a dirt fan is watching a Formula One race? When he taps you on the shoulder and asks, "Are we watching qualifying?" Yeah, that was kind of a lame one. I know. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Anyway, we are talking dirt track racing at the River Cities Speedway, the world-famous legendary Bullring. And in the studio today, I'd like to welcome Brad Seng and Darren Evavold. How you boys doing today?
Good to be here.
Good to be here.
Thanks for having us.
You ready to talk racing?
Absolutely.
Man, we're getting there, and there's so many things to talk about. My phone has been going just absolutely nuts so all morning when we mentioned that you guys are going to be on the studio today. First off, and I don't know what the answer is going to be, but when is the Bullring going to be ready? When are we going to be able to watch the mud fly?
The old elephant in the room.
Yeah, the old elephant in the room.
Well, without getting too carried away here.
Yep, and I don't expect you to, so.
Well, in all honesty, River Cities Speedway is, we're going to have a practice on the 22nd.
Okay, that would be a week from today.
And an announcement coming after that.
Okay. We're talking this is happening, though. It's going to happen. We're not going to be waiting until July or August.
An announcement's coming soon.
Okay. Now, when they do the racing, and again, I know this is probably going to be the same answer. The announcement's coming soon. Are they going to allow fans in? I know Jackson, Minnesota's got the big 2-day show tonight and tomorrow night. No fans. Do we even have an answer for that yet?
Yeah, we've been working with Kari from the Emergency Management Department, along with getting some guidelines that we started some time ago, obviously, in this process, and been in constant communication with her and getting information to then obviously facilitate to the county commissioners, and things are progressing. Mm-hmm. And so that's why we feel like we can tell people that we have this exciting upcoming announcement here after we go practice on the 22nd. And historically, the track typically opens about this time of year.
Sure.
And so we're not far off from opening the 2020 season at River Cities Speedway. Will it be different? Certainly, it'll be different. Mm-hmm. Will we be working and opening? I call it opening backwards, because we'll be opening through the pit area.
Okay.
With our race teams in a fashion where the plan is to social distance, obviously.
Yep. Following
the recommendations of the CDC. And those are important to do, to be respectful and to do it the right way. So appreciate the help from Kari and others, obviously. There's been a lot of good dialogue and communication with that whole process. And we feel really good about where we're at right now. So it'll be opened in a fashion where we won't be opening the main grandstand. Mm-hmm. Race teams, pit crews, attendees, families, and those in racing enthusiasts will be coming through the pit area And a practice on the 22nd, bringing in the race teams and whatnot, will give us a chance to iron out some snags potentially, because obviously we've never done this before, and we're just excited as heck just to get the ball rolling, and then hopefully things will evolve over a little bit of time. I think everybody from the great state of North Dakota is excited to hear the governor speak about these very venues, racetracks on his agenda today, as I understand it. And so let's get the ball rolling here. It's going to look different maybe a little bit. We're going to have on demand. You're going to be able to buy a subscription, watch what we're doing. Technology is important. Race teams will be registering online through My Race Pass. And something new for our concession areas is we're using a fan food app. So you download that fan food app, and we'll have a limited concession piece to start with. Okay. And we'll get back to you. Our concession people will get back to you and say, hey, your order's ready to be picked up.
Okay. Now, we were talking before we went on the air here about some of the businesses and their social distancing practicing, or so-called social distance practicing. Now, you guys made it clear to me, as being the announcer at River Cities Speedway, this is something that absolutely has to be done, because the only one that can mess it up is River Cities Speedway itself. So, I mean, this is a very big deal.
Absolutely it is, and in talking, and like I said, we have some exciting news, I think, coming real soon. In all honesty, it potentially could be the very first venue allowed a larger gathering in Grand Forks. Personally, myself, I don't want to fail.
Oh, no.
And none of the managing partners want to fail. I know that Kari Gels, we talked about her, Darren, she's been absolutely on board with this, behind us. She thinks that grandstand is a pillar in the community. The county commissioners feel the same way. However, I will tell you that they are more focused on the health of Grand Forks than what we have, and I can't disagree with that. So I think they want to see if something like this can be done too. So point being is they are going to be out there monitoring this too. They ain't going to turn a blind eye and say, have at or it ain't going to happen. They want to see, like, wow, you know what, with a little planning and whatever, something can be pulled off. And the management group has done a tremendous job, I believe, and from where we started to where we're at, and we've got civic leaders' attentions, and they're on board.
And here's another thing too, especially if you don't live in Grand Forks, maybe you're driving a couple hours to come to the races or whatever you normally do on a Friday night. When they hear Governor Burgum open it up for everybody, well, it's not that easy. When Burgum says, outdoor events, you can do them, whatever, you still have to go through the county commission. You still have to go through the mayor. You still have to go through all that stuff. So it's not always as easy as it seems. And this has just got to be a nightmare. I mean, I'm in charge of a couple of things, not to the magnitude of the River Cities Speedway, but man, the hoops that you got to jump through. But again, this is for our health and our safety.
Yeah, absolutely, first and foremost. And like I said, we're going to wait for the announcement here and move forward with very, very, very strict guidelines.
Okay, now I do want to say this right now, Grand Forks Best Source, we do plan on having a weekly racing podcast, and so for any information and to find out more, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to the big announcement when things are going to happen. All right, now let's get over the COVID thing. I know there's been some changes going on at the River City Speedway. You guys have been working on it all spring, I know that. And Paul, if you're ready here, is this going to be on camera 4?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to take a look at some of the things. We were out there walking around the track the other day, and let's see if we can see something. And you guys, well, that's a great picture of me. And now you can surely see my strength.
Oh, you've been working out.
I have been.
With those kind of arms, maybe we could get rid of push truck.
Yeah, that's it.
I can go through it slowly if you want to talk about it.
Yeah. See, we got the panoramic view, and I believe we're standing right there on turns 1 and 2. And they can't see it, but the track itself, there's been work done on the track, on the racing surface too.
There's a lot of work done this past fall in conjunction with SLS Promotions. They are obviously the promoter for the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Races. Larry Hillerud and Scott Boyd do a heck of a job helping with that program, bringing it to the community. And late last fall, a bunch of River Cities Speedway help with Larry Hillerud and crew did a great job of doing a lot of dirt work. And the goal was to lower the racing surface, and so took off, set aside, so to speak, that rich gumbo clay that the guys get to perform on, and then successfully, lowered it. I think the goal was 18 inches, 12 to 18 inches, whatever. They had the lasers out there to keep the integrity of the banking and whatnot, and through a lot of hard work and a lot of fine folks, they accomplished that in short order because the weather moved in. We knew how wet and miserable it was, and we got that job tidied up. And then a few of the changes that have been getting worked on as we speak and are getting finished up. We closed off turn 2 and did some fencing work there. I had some help with GW and Sons. The Weber boys did a fantastic job helping us with that. And then on the west end, tidied up some work there with some fencing there. Race fans are well aware that we incorporate and use water barrels for safety purposes. It seems to work well and has saved on equipment and health of drivers when there is an incident. And probably the biggest piece is the front retaining wall, new fencing there, designed by Larry Hillerud and Caravan Trailers, an ironworking company. Scott Boyd's company helped us come up with a solution for that. So although the place was dedicated by FDR back in the day, and it's a relic, the old grandstand, got to look at those things with the leadership of SLS and the desires for them to want to do some things out there. And the type of relationship that we have as River City Speedway and SLS Promotions, we move forward on those two number of items there in terms of fencing and surface and stuff. So obviously not a racer, but I'm sure Brad's looking forward to pulling out the 12 car and making some laps on what I think is a new racing surface again.
Yeah, so. And a lot of people don't realize, and we'll get back to, you can see that actually the new fence right in front of the grandstand was there. You could see the fencing going off of turn 2, which used to be wide open. It's going to be great. And a lot of people don't realize, and we'll get back to these pictures here in a second, a lot of people don't realize this is something you have to do every few years, because it's like, well, where did the new dirt come from, or you got to get rid of it? Well, everything gets worked out to the outside because you're going left, and these cars have a lot of horsepower, and if you're a true dirt fan, you've been hit by some of the dirt. It all gets pushed to the outside, and pretty soon you're getting closer and closer, moving up that retaining wall. And again, that's just another safety feature too.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the sprint cars especially, and the late models get wheeling around there pretty good. And the other two classes are pretty,
They're faster all the time, every year.
So if you look at that picture there, go back, okay, you can kind of see the black line, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's how high the track used to be up.
Yep. That's a lot.
It would not take anything for a car/sprint car or late model to climb wheels and end up in the crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why that racetrack was cut down so far. I mean, you can see it was cut down. If a person does go into the wall, he's going to glance off the wall. Yeah,
and also from what I saw, not only with the new fence in the front, but there's also like a mesh in that fence too. Is that right?
Oh, that fence, that's a signature piece of that. That's a thing of beauty right now. It's state of the art. You can't even tell that really the mesh is up there.
No, you can't.
You really got to hone in on it. Like,
Yeah, you can't.
You look and you look again, and it catches your eye. Like, is there something on those poles?
Yeah.
It's that transparent. I mean,
Yep.
it's state of the art technology on that fence.
I got to tell you, I was there and I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, you can't hardly notice it.
Whatever they do, like I said, Scott and Larry, they've been around to many shows in the United States with the World of Outlaws. And the one thing you do not want to do is obstruct view. We as River City Speedway management are lucky to have them on our side. I mean, they love this racetrack.
Oh, they all voted for it. You know, Johnny Gibson still thinks it's the greatest track in the world, and I do too. And that's the thing about River City Speedway. We're going to go back to the pictures here in a minute. It doesn't matter if you're a dirt fan. It doesn't matter where you live in the United States or even around the world for that matter. Everybody knows about River City Speedway. I mean, it's world famous, legendary.
Absolutely, just like the great state of North Dakota, right?
There you go.
Legendary.
Let's see if we got a couple of more pictures. Oh, by the way, that's the one we just had to throw in there because Blake Anderson's going to have GFBS on the side of his car. So that's one more thing we just had to throw in there. Thanks, Blake. Be driving the number 9 late model. All right, back to racing stuff. Scotty is running the concession stands. He's been all keyed up. He's been texting me all week long. Some of the new things, when things get back to normal, there's been some changes in the concession stands too. I mean, as far as, I think, what do you guys got, a happy hour going on now maybe this year?
Yeah, we're working on trying to change it up a little bit. You know, been involved with this racetrack since 1999. So
Yeah.
Been a lot of years, a lot of changes. I'm proud of the fact that it seems like each and every year something a little bit different happens at River City Speedway. From one year to the next, maybe not so much noticeable, but last year a big change to how we were doing things is we said kids 15 and under are free.
Yep.
And we moved to implementing a student ticket.
Okay.
So 16 and college ID.
Oh, sure.
That's a $10 ticket. We'll be working with once we get rolling with our great sponsors, our ticket outlets, to be able to offer, you know, race fans when we get to the working towards the new normal, right? $3 off. And so that was the piece that we implemented last year. I think we need to do a bit better job on our social media of sharing all this good news with race fans and such. But a happy hour's in the works. Scott's working, it looks like, on some meal deals. As I stated earlier, based on what we're trying to do to open, to utilize a fan food app, which would be way different than ever before, right? And so stay tuned for some different items potentially. I know we're going to start with a limited menu.
Sure.
Because we'll probably have limited staff out there to ensure that we can get this thing off the ground and get rolling for 2020 and beyond.
You know, here's one thing about the River City Speedway concessions. I always had my go-to. It was the brisket sandwich in the pits. That's where I always went. That's what I had to have every Friday night. And then I decided last year, you know what, I'm going to try something different every Friday. And I wish I would have started doing that a couple of years ago because the concession stands at the Bullring, they have got some incredible food.
Yeah, there's a number of items. I think the signature piece that we've had for years is nachos. And taco in a bag, the ultimate nachos, the extreme nachos. I can't keep them apart. You know, what's the extreme? What's the ultimate? I guess you got a choice of meats and all the various toppings, and comes in a bucket. You know, so great value there. But there's have had ice cream there for the past few years. Working on some pizza deals, maybe a barbecue sandwich.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to probably change things up, and with Scott's leadership and whatnot. He's worked out there for a very long time for us. Appreciate his help, and he's moved into that position of managing the concessions because our former concession manager retired and moved on down the road. So another change that's going to happen at River City Speedway, as well as all those that we've already alluded to. I, as a as a principal or as a partner in the racetrack, I'm starting to get the itch as a race fan. I need fix. I need the smell of that methanol fuel going through those race cars at
I like the dirt in the hair and the whole bit at the end of the night. And that's one thing when you talk about, Scott with the concession stand, the people that have been there, whether it be fire crew, safety crew, concessions, 50-50 girls, they've all been there a long time and they all take their job. They're very passionate about it. So not only it's not like, well, I'm just there because I got to work and I got to collect a paycheck. They're there because they love dirt track racing and they get to work and at a dirt track racetrack. So, I mean, you guys have got a stellar group that work for y'all.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're fortunate to have had people that have been with us for quite a while. And when you don't have to change staff, that's great when you hit the ground running in a organization that's seasonal, Obviously, we have some new faces, I'm sure, over time. And this year we likely will. But yeah, in racing, oftentimes the last names don't change when it comes to the drivers. It's just the first names because it's a generational sport.
Absolutely.
And the neat thing about racing is, the passion within the racing community, not only on the tracks with the drivers and the fierce competition that goes on, but I've not ever been involved in a community that can come together in times of need. And it's great. It's a family. It's a brotherhood. It's whatever you want to call it. It's a tight-knit group. And so we're trying to do those kind of things, like with the change in the ticket last year for kids 15 and under, and some changes with our concessions. And then ultimately, keeping safety in mind, and the racing surface is important because you got to put on a good show, right? Mm-hmm. That's what keeps bringing them back.
Absolutely. It's all about the show.
And we're hoping to grow that race crowd over time. And I guess we kind of call it a soft opening, Brad. Would you agree? And hopefully things go well for the greater Grand Forks community, and we get to whatever this new normal is, and we get on our way to a great 2020 season.
By the way, I hate that new normal phrase. I don't like it, but I know there's a bunch of Canadians that are watching the show right now. I mean, they are some of our biggest fans. They're so passionate about dirt track racing, and I've been getting texts from them all morning long wondering what time you guys were going to come in. But man, it's got to hurt a little bit because of the national borders or international borders being closed, and that's also, we have got a lot of guys that pilot these dirt track cars around the River Cities Speedway from Canada. And, is that going to mess up with like points or anything like that? I mean, it's just something I got to ask. I'm not sure.
You know what, as a managing group, obviously we'll talk to the drivers and see what their feelings are. Right now, I honestly don't think anyone cares.
Mm-hmm. No, they just want to race.
We just want to race.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want to get back to what we are used to doing, because everyone, like the new norm, everyone's out of their element right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, absolutely.
The unknown kills everybody.
Yeah.
So, point being, you know what? I don't honestly think any class out there this year would care if there was points or no points.
Sure.
You know what? The camaraderie from 10 feet apart in the pits is going to be
yeah.
You ain't walking over to the next guy. You might yell at him from 10 feet away, but you're not going to walk over to him. But just to be, what do you want to, back at home?
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like when the racing season kind of, you get to the sites, what's the first thing you're thinking of? Sioux hockey.
Yeah.
It's coming right around the corner. I mean, you're excited to get back to the Ralph, And, but as for the Canadian deal, you know what? Would we absolutely? They are such an instrumental part of the program out there. The little Canada on the end.
Yeah,
there,
I was going to say, it's going to be weird walking through little Canada now.
And you know what? You take a person like Mike Balkin, who's been a fixture at this racetrack for 35 plus years.
Yeah.
Bill Mooney.
Yes.
Pat Mooney, announcer. Shane Edgington, Ryan Kerluck, Jesse Tunis, Austin Hunter. You know, we need those cars. So,
Absolutely.
You know, and it's going to hurt us as much as it hurts them, because I'm sure their norm is we're packing up the
Yep.
family truckster and heading south.
And a lot of those guys are actually here Thursday. I mean, they'll come Thursday. And that's one thing about the Canadians, too. You know, they'll get into Little Canada there. They got their camper, and they'll show up on Thursday, and they don't leave till Sunday. They're a fixture right there. And I tell you what, I can't walk through there without having to stop at least at 5 or 6 different places. You know, Robert, you got to come and try this. Or, Robert, you want another beer? And it's it's going to be, I can't wait till we get to the old norm again, I should say.
But,
So sorry, I was just going to say, as somebody that's kind of new to racing, I can't believe how big that racing community actually is in town here. I wasn't aware of it. And it's pretty amazing. And and these words, like, what's with all these oxymorons? New normal, social distance.
Yeah, I know.
mean, it's ridiculous.
I don't like the new normal thing. I get the social distancing, but any new races scheduled? I know we were talking a month or so ago, and when things are all preliminary, but have you got any other different shows coming up on the schedule yet that you know of or anything?
You know what? We would, once the announcement comes, it's going to be a week-to-week deal.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Honestly, we could never say, you know what, we're going to run the full season because of an unknown. If you know, we would count on race teams to fill up their allotted 10 people that they would be able to bring, family and friends, you know, mothers, fathers, whatever, to fill the. If no one brings anybody, there's no income.
It's not going to happen.
And
Somebody's got to pay the race drivers. I mean, it's not cheap to do this.
no, not at all. You know, and it's going to be like it's going to be the opening night's going to tell a lot.
Yep.
You know, and like you know, for Darren alluded to earlier is one thing. River Cities Speedway is going to launch its own TV. So every Friday night, you know, to the Canadians that possibly will not make it down here, they'll be able to watch it still.
Sure.
I know it's not going to be the same, but still feel part of it.
Yeah, I'm going to miss some of those Canadians trying to sing in the grandstands. It's a good time.
Say, I'm just kind of curious, when you're talking about you're going to be kind of televising it, you said?
Yep.
So can you kind of go into more detail on that? I mean, is it going to be like streamed, or is it going to be on like cable, or?
It'll be streamed on River Cities Speedway .tv. Working with Rivet, who's affiliated with Speed Sport, and you know, here we go. It's going to be in short order, and it's going to be race night. Stay tuned for our announcements, right? So yeah, it's going to be a streaming fashion. People probably recognize the World of Outlaws use a platform called Dirt Vision. There's a platform out there called Speed Shift, Flow Racing, you name it. We looked at a lot of different things and sort of pattern ours off of Dakota Speedway and Mandan, Jeremy Keller. That's what they did last year, and it seemed to work very well for them. So we'll be new to this, but we're excited to add this as something new to River City Speedway,
And
because of the very thing that you echoed, John. When it comes to the reputation that over time, with all the help from all our great supporters, River City Speedway is on the map now.
Yeah.
And it's important that we extend our reach to people, and that's how we'll have to do it. I think we were one of the first tracks to work with the organization called Speed Shift, and what was interesting is the reach allows you to reach across oceans.
Sure.
To a place like Australia.
Yeah, absolutely, where they know about the River City Speedway.
Yeah, it's a hotbed for sprint car racing, I guess, in when we're in winter, they're in summer, right? So exciting times ahead, although be it very different. Brad's right. I mean, this thing will look different. It'll feel a little bit different, but it's going to allow us to get back to what we're passionate about. Driving over here, I see city crew's doing some work on our potholes. The temperatures are nice. The sun is out. It's starting to feel like summer, right?
Yeah.
I actually had my motorcycle out today.
There you go.
Yeah, I was 32 when he came to work this morning.
Yes.
You had the helmet on. That's good.
It fits over the face mask that you were wearing.
I love the addition to your mic there, by the way, too.
Oh yeah, I suppose we can't. Can we get that on there?
We could turn it.
Yeah, go ahead, turn it once. He put a mask on his
Brad has
mic.
alluded to this as my Burberry.
The only guy in North Dakota with a Burberry mask.
That's good stuff.
Classy.
You know, I want to bring this up because, man, I love dirt track racing, and you know, every year you see the guys getting into the racing. They'll get their street stock out there, and then maybe they'll jump up to the B mods. It seems like less and less new guys will jump up into the late models or the outlaw sprint cars, but we do have a couple of new guys coming in, and I think there's a few late models and a few new sprint cars. Do you know anything about any new guys showing up this year, or new guys that have been around but maybe jumped up a class?
Yeah, you know, I know for sure that, Lance Schill, B-Mod, strong runner out here for years, bought himself a late model from AJ Demos. So, yeah, so he jumped in at both feet, and he'll be a tough runner. He gets around this track pretty good, real good, I guess.
Yeah.
I've heard I don't want to butcher the name, Pengilly?
Oh yeah, Pengilly, yeah.
Pengilly, okay, the daughter runs the sprint car.
Yep,
right?
yep.
Okay, I've heard that the son now has bought a late model.
Oh.
And then I talked to Mike Balkin the other day, and he's sold his car to someone down in the United States, but can't get it across the border.
Oh, man.
So trying to figure out how that's going to happen. So that's another one. And yeah, I mean, you hear a lot of things you just never know until everybody gets out there. In the sprint car world,
I know the Umdahl kid is going to be running one, and I heard, who else did I hear? I heard there might be another one or two coming in too.
yeah, and you know what? They got that, not to hopscotch around, but they got that wingless sprint car group going on right now.
Yep.
And I would only think that if I'm going to do 60 miles an hour, at some point I'd want to do 120.
Sure.
You know, so that hopefully that class is
The gradual progression. I mean, if you get really good at the wingless sprint cars and you know, okay, it's getting kind of maybe old for me now.
Yep.
You're going to want to move up, and
challenge.
that's a great way to do it, too, to get into the wingless first and then get into the NOSA Outlaw stuff. Big shows coming up, World of Outlaws, John Seitz Memorial. Everything, as far as we know, still on schedule. I'm sure there might be an issue with that first show with the Outlaws, but that's kind of up to them, too, isn't it?
Well, if you looked at the schedule, it says TBA.
Okay.
And really, you know what? It's speaking out of turn, Darren. It's kind of it's out of our hands.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and the World of Outlaws is the sanctioning body. SLS Promotions is as they call it in the industry, the suitcase promoter on that. And we're excited to hear, you know, give us an update, give us an announcement as to what's going on. So that's where we're at with that. The schedule will look very similar to what it's always looked like. I think in part, the success of River Cities Speedway is we've been consistent, right? Over
Absolutely.
the years. The only change in class in terms of a weekly division was when we went from Super Stocks to Midwest Mods, B Mods, whatever you want to call them. And then we're fortunate enough to, on occasion, bring the A Mods in a few nights, bring them in for the Seitz Memorial because that's a nice addition.
And the A Mods are fun to watch, too.
Yeah. That big motor stuff along with the late models and the sprint cars. All the classes matter in dirt track racing, no matter as a promoter what you're running. It's important to have good quality, deep classes so you can put on a good show. No one wants to sit there and watch 8 different classes with 6, 7, 8, or 9 cars in a feature race. And so fortunately, when we've looked outside the box a little bit, the other group is the Lightning Sprints have helped us out year in and year out, and they always bring a strong field of 16 to 18 cars. So, you know, they'll be at some point in time participating with us, I'm sure. And who knows what, is on the horizon for different things. So we'll do our level best to use our social media, our website, use Grand Forks Best Source, obviously. And I want to, thank you guys for making Grand Forks important, the greater Grand Forks area, East Grand Forks, the surrounding community, because you guys are the go-to guys for information about what we're doing in the greater Grand Forks community. So appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. That's what we're trying to do. And again, a test and tune scheduled for a week from tonight.
22nd, yeah.
And then stay tuned. It would be just not long after, big announcement.
Big announcement, possibly before.
Okay.
Maybe we can be there for that announcement.
Maybe we can announce it on air.
Let us know. Yeah, that'd be great. That would be awesome. I mean, I don't care who I got coming in here. We'll bump them.
No, we can go out there live. I mean, we can bring the the gear out there.
We're going to do what we got to do. River Cities Speedway. I can't wait. World famous, legendary bullring. Brad Seng, Darren Evavold, thank you guys for coming in here. We're going to get this weekly racing podcast going too, and I know you'll be back in the studio again. I'm so looking forward to getting back out at the dirt track there. Any last things you guys want to say? Anything you want to tell the people out there, or are we good?
No, I mean, you know what? First and foremost, however River Cities gets an opportunity, possibly to open, we have not forgot about the fans. Trust me when I tell you that. We have not forgot about the fans. It's going to be an evolving door.
Yep.
So
we're all in this together.
Yeah, we're all in this together, and we're not trying to slight anyone. We're just trying to get back some normalcy, with guidance, strict rules, and like I said, River Cities Speedway and Grand Forks is kind of a mainstay.
Yeah.
It's I hope at one day we are a trivia question with an answer.
Hey, that's a great, yeah, there you go.
Who's the first outdoor venue potentially?
Yeah.
Maybe to open up at COVID-19.
Hey, that's a great question. And another thing is people, when it comes time for you to be able to start venturing out of your house, if you're going to be worried about it, I don't think you're going to have any worries at the River City Speedway, because these guys always do things to a T, and it'll be no different once we get back to our old normal. Again,
one comment.
Okay.
I mean, I need my race fix, but I need the Bullring Boys.
Okay.
I need John Roberts and Chad Hoff to be yakking over the PA system and the wireless mic. And I know it's going to be different, folks, but bear with us. And, please follow, be respectful. And I know that you and Chad are going to do a good job with that.
It's fun.
And as different as it is, I think we can make it fun.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have a good time, and we'll get the ball rolling, so to speak, and we'll just move on down the road. We'll just keep doing our thing, which is what we've done in Grand Forks for a very long time, a very, very long time. So,
well, I tell you what, I have got so many new friends, all because of what I've been doing at the River City Speedway. Race fans are some of the nicest people you're ever going to meet. And Chad Hoff, by the way, we are hopefully going to have him co-hosting when we do this weekly racing podcast. So Chad says he's on board as long as he can swing it with his job. So, again...
Chad actually just commented. He said, great show. Can't wait. Let's bring on the show.
Well, he must not be working too hard if he could be texting, right?
It's been a long time, and I applaud you guys for what you're doing, and to be able to bring back a program like that. It's been a long time since the late great Dwayne Sandin was doing things, and rest his soul.
Yeah,
he was the guy that could bring that kind of stuff and that conversation, because it's passionate.
Yep.
People they like passion, and it's a great community to be involved in. So appreciate it.
And the guys that will be invited on the show that we're going to have on a weekly basis, they're going to actually get to see what you look like if you've never been to the RideLCar.com Victory Lane. So be ready, race car drivers. Again, thanks, Darren, and thanks, Brad. River City Speedway, part of the managing group there. Man, I'm so looking forward. I am just jonesing for racing. Hey, you can become a Podbeam Premium subscriber. You know what? It's just $5. You'll be entered in drawings and giveaways, great prizes. In fact, we're giving away a Weber grill that would fit really nice in somebody's race hauler. So here's a good thing for you to do. It's easy to do. You go to your Play Store, you download Podbeam, you search GFBS, you hit follow and buy premium, and you're all set. It's $5. It's the cost of a burger. You can help us give Grand Forks an identity again by getting your Podbeam Premium subscription. If you have any questions, just call us up at 701-213-0863. And again, our show today is brought to you by Raptor PCS. They're right here in the Grand Cities Mall with their big Memorial Day giveaway. Chance for you to win a $75 certificate in the service department at Raptor PCS. Just email us or text us. Tell us what you like about the show. We're going to draw somebody around Memorial Day. You could win that certificate. Raptor PCS, tell them GFBS sent you. They'll even give you a little bit better deal, too. And also, giving breaks to all of our first responders, police, fire, if you work in the hospital or medical fields, students, military. Raptor PCS, Grand Cities Mall, always giving you great deals, and they are good. Hey, on Monday, Josh LaRock, business owner in East Grand Forks, talks about trying to run a bar and a restaurant in Minnesota during this whole COVID-19 thing. You know, it's a little bit different than Minnesota. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the week. Make sure you like, share, and tag us. We're Grand Forks' best source, giving Grand Forks an identity again. Have yourself a great weekend, everybody.